Hi, I'm Alexander Zonjic, and you're watching EntertainmentWindsor.ca.
Hello everyone and welcome to EntertainmentWindsor.caEWTV. We are here in lovely Fort Malden in Amherstburg.
EWTV has been very busy over the last couple of weeks getting some great segments put together for today's webisode.
And we start off with the hot Firefest competition.
Windsor Dance Experience puts on Dance d'Amour.
We sit down with Alexander Zonjic.
We have updates on the underground comic book writer Paul Rayum. He needs your votes.
And we also have updates on the indie band Purple Orange.
As we said, EWTV has been very busy running around getting as many segments as we can to fill in today's webisode. And Veronica, I hear actually that you had an opportunity to meet with some of Windsor's hot firemen.
Yes, I did. I was at the Firefest competition, the toughest 2 minutes in sports. Can you imagine 36 kilograms of clothing and gear running a course in 30-degree weather? Oh, it was sizzling. Let's take a look.
We're Team Parker Construction from Windsor, and you're watching EntertainmentWindsor.ca.
With David Bellamy, Media Chair for Firefest. Hi David, how are you?
Good, Veronica, how are you?
Very fine. Very hot day today. We're here at Firefest.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, Firefest is the hottest event of the year, both in the types of events we have here and obviously the temperature today, which on the track will probably get close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit for these guys.
Where are they all coming from?
Well, firefighters are coming from across Canada and U.S. So we have teams from Georgia, we have teams from South Dakota, we have teams from Halifax, we have teams from Manitoba. And they all come to this regional stop because we have one of the best teams in the world.
What do they have to do?
Well, there's 7 tasks that they have to do. What they do is initially when they start, they bring up a 42 to 45 pound pack of hose up 5 stories. Then they pull up another 42 to 45 pound pack of hose. Then they come down through the course. They do a Kaiser machine, which simulates a chopping through a door. Then they come down, they grab a fully charged hose, hit a target, and then the last thing they do is pick up a 175 pound Rescue Randy dummy and drag it 100 yards. And they do it all in 2 minutes. So this is kind of a growing event, much like you would see any of the niche events that are out there, like the strongman competitions. Right. They're obviously fully trained professional firefighters, so they're used to some of these elements, but how they do it year in and year out, it's just amazing. And like we say, we'll probably see some record times today. We call it the toughest 2 minutes in sports, but we will see times on the track today that will probably eclipse the 120 mark.
So what can we expect from our home team?
Well, the home team is Windsor Parker Construction. They are 2-time world and 5-time Canadian champs. And they really are one of the best in the world. They have some returning champions that had left. There's Darren Hillman and Rob Fawcett that have come back to the team. And really, I think today you're going to see some of these guys really dominate on the field.
Right now, the world record holder for the relay, that is the world record, set in 2005 in Edmonton, Alberta. Team Windsor! They are the world record holders!
Go.
No pressure, guys.
Ready, go!
And setting that record in 2005, they beat their record time set in 2002 when they set their first world record. Can they do it again? Can they beat that time? Let's give them some noise! How many minutes left to go? Now on to the last event. Dragging 175 pounds of dead weight backwards. Halifax is in the lead. Give Windsor some noise!
Wow, those were some really hot firemen, Veronica. So tell me, how did we do?
We did really well. We got first place in the team competition out of 20 competitors and second place in the relay. All in the sweltering heat, but it was for a good cause. Transition to Betterness got $12,000 from this event. Well, next up on EWTV, we have Windsor Dance Experience.
Yes, and Ian Bruno had a chance to sit down and talk to the director of the production, Dance D'Amour.
7 of our dancers have showed an interest in taking the next step and creating their own piece instead of just dancing in them. And they went through a 8-week workshop where they learned about space, time, dynamics, relationships, design, and they were asked to choreograph their own piece. And I asked them to choreograph a piece where I gave them the theme and the music. The show that we're working on right now is them showcasing their works of art that they spent all summer working on. Windsor Dance Experience is great. We have a really positive family type atmosphere. Everybody helps each other out. Everybody wants to learn and succeed. And in dance, you take it to other areas of your life where we teach you discipline and we teach you respect, and then you bring that to other areas of your life. And that's what I really like about WDX and especially my dancers, who bring that out into their school and into their jobs, and they're just all really great people.
You're so cute when you slur in your speech.
I definitely say that you should do it. It's a great experience. I joined because I wasn't quite sure of what I wanted to do. I had just finished competitive dancing, and then I didn't want to go into something like competitive again, but I wanted to continue dancing, and this is a perfect fit.
So what's next, Sean, for WDX?
Well, WDX will be holding auditions in September for their next production, An Angel Came Down, and check out EntertainmentWindsor.ca for more information on the auditions.
Hey there, Windsor. Have you ever caught the acting bug? Well, here's your chance. Flanagan's Wake is holding an audition on August 27th and 28th. Please visit the Around Town calendar for audition information. Tecumseh Corn Festival, August 27th to the 30th. Fantastic entertainment for all. Enjoy delicious buttered corn on the cob. Live entertainment, parade, festival tents, and carnival rides. Windsor International Air Show is being held August 28th to the 30th. Come out and see some exciting ground displays, meet some world-class aviators from Canada and the U.S. military. Art by the River. Stroll the beautiful grounds and visit 150 artists from across Ontario. Enjoy live entertainment, historic tours, and the little artists at work, August 29th to the 30th. The 51st year of the Tour de Via Italia cycling races, September the 6th. Cyclists from all over Canada and the U.S. Enjoy pro racing and children fun racing, as well as junior racing. Visions of Sandwich, September 4th to the 15th at Mackenzie Hall, a celebration of Old Sandwich through the visual arts.
So Veronica, I'm really excited about this next segment. I know you had a chance to sit down with Alexander Zonjic and he talked to you about his new CD?
Yes, his new CD is called Doin' the D, and he's been a very busy man. Not only is he artistic director to 7 major festivals around the city, but he also is the morning host on V98 Smooth Jazz. He had me cracking up during the whole interview, and we'll have outtakes after the show too on this. So here's a look.
When you were younger, why did you decide the flute is going to be my instrument of choice?
I didn't play the flute when I was a child. I never even contemplated playing the flute as a child. I started out as a guitar player. My brother started guitar lessons. He didn't do well at it. I played his guitar when he wasn't playing it. My mother, who was pretty sharp, said, well, wait a minute. The guy who ain't taking the lessons plays better than the guy who is. He should take the lessons. And that's kind of how it started. So I was a guitar player. And I grew up, downtown Windsor, Jeanette and Wyandotte, garage bands, no formal training, no aspirations of going to colleges or Juilliards or anything like that. It was pure fun. And then I was visiting my mother, and a guy literally walked up to me on the street near Patterson Collegiate Institute on Elliott Street, because I went to Patterson. And he walked up to me like those guys that sell you watches, and he said to me, would you like to buy a flute? Yeah, and I said, how much do you want? He said, $50. I goes, I don't have $50. And I pulled out what little I had, all these crinkled dollar bills, and I had $9. And he says, I'll take it. And of course it was a hot flute. When I finally got it home and I looked at it, it had PCI carved in it, Patterson Collegiate Institute. So somehow he had managed to acquire it. School was already gone by then, by the way. So I didn't have a lot of guilt. There was a grocery store there at that point.
That's right.
The idea of bringing my flute back to the produce department just didn't come along. I've been making records since 1978, and on a lot of levels the process is the same. It's the excitement of picking the material. Whatever game plan you think you have when you start, the creative process doesn't work that way. It starts with a game plan and then it evolves. Putting a record together for me is literally like calling up a bunch of friends, telling them we're going to have a big party. The party is we're going to make a record, and then how many of them actually show up at the party. And in this particular case, with Doin' the D, a lot of people showed up. One of the more unique ones is someone who I met in Canada in 1979. 1979, I played at the Chatham Cultural Center. And I opened up, I was an opening act for Jeff Lorber. And he had a young sax player with him who I became friends with back then, named Kenny Gorelick. And Kenny Gorelick and I got to be really, really good friends and all that, and we kept in touch through the years. And Kenny Gorelick is Kenny G. And we kept in touch all these years. We've been friends for years. His career obviously took off. But in all fairness, both of our careers took off. I mean, the fact that he kind of won the lottery with his big hit Songbird makes him certainly a profoundly bigger star. But we're just both, we always kind of commiserate and talk about how lucky we are that we're still getting away with this. But so he plays a beautiful duet with me on the record. You know what? I think if you're lucky enough to do what you love to do for a living, seriously, it's almost a cliche when people make this reference to the idea that if you can make your vocation and your passion all one, that you'll never have to work another day in your life, So I've managed to avoid the real job thing. The only thing you can't avoid, obviously, is real work. That's impossible, In fact, the more you pursue something that you love as a passion, the more likely it is that you're going to work 10 times harder than most people. But why not? The rewards are so cool. I don't like doing this. I love doing it.
Of course.
People ask every once in a while, what would you do what would you be if you weren't a musician? I'd be like really sad.
You're right, Veronica. He is really funny. So what's coming up next for Alexander?
Well, actually, he told me he would like to get into classical music. But for right now, he will be participating in the Arts, Beats and Eats Festival in Pontiac, September 6th. Just check out our around town calendar at EntertainmentWindsor.caEWTV. Well, now it's time for some updates. You'll recall Ian Bruno, our EWTV reporter, had a chance to speak with Paul Reume, the comic book creator of The Underground. I know you have some news for us, right?
Well, Ian updated me and told me that Paul is now the only Canadian that's left in the small press idol competition. So he really, really, really needs those votes. So if you look to the left of the screen, you'll see the little underground button. Just click on there.
Then it brings you to Dime Store Productions, and every order counts for a vote for Paul. So remember, $2.50 is for a PDF order of the comic book, and $3.50 is to actually order the comic book. Every order is a vote for Paul and a vote for somebody local. That would be so great.
So our next update is on the band Purple Orange. Veronica, what's happening with them?
Well, actually, they did not make it to Rockstock in Chatham. However, I have something better. They just told me that they will be sharing the stage in February with the legendary Ronnie James Dio from Black Sabbath fame. We will definitely keep you posted on that. Well, that's it for our webisode this week. We hope you enjoyed it. And you know what? If you want updates, why not join our Facebook group?
Or you can email us at EntertainmentWindsor.caEWTV. We'll put you on our email list, and we will send you out the link to the newest episode every other week.
And now, as we promised, outtakes with Alexander Zonjic. Very funny. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.
We'll see you next time on EWTV.
Would you believe I'm wearing a hairpiece? A 100% undetectable hairpiece. And I wouldn't steer you wrong for one good reason. I'm the president of the company. What possible motive could I have about leading you wrong about this toupee? What am I now? I'm 28 years old. I guess I can't be. I have a 13-year-old son. I'm 38 years old now.
Okay. At least I can at least get away with that. Would there be anything that would cross your mind that you would like to do otherwise? Let's say if you didn't meet that guy, that fateful day on the street.
Good point. Well, let's see here. I don't know. OBGYN?
Oh.
I don't know. There's a lot of money in it.
Yeah, what I hear.
Uh-oh. Someone didn't like that answer. Oh, yeah. Can you edit that out?
I'm out of tape. I've been on a tape for half an hour.
She's out of tape. You're just frisking me now for answers.
Yeah, I am. What can we expect in the future? Are you going to be touring again? Are you going to have any more concerts?
I'm going to go to medical school. I want to.
Oh, so you are then.
I want to go late and study my specialty, which upset everyone when I mentioned it. I don't understand that. How long is your show, by the way? Is it like 4 hours long?
It's going to be the Alexander Zonjic segment. That's it. It's just going to air you.
Can I? Because can I talk about my dad a little bit? What he told me when I was really young.
Of course. Tell me about your dad, Alexander.
Good question. My dad said, "Don't be stupid, son. Cut the crap. Get a chick in the band. Don't play the flute." That's what he said to me.